Good Thursday evening, everybody, on the downward slide of the weekend and looking at dry conditions for the next couple of days. Bit of a hint before we get into the forecast. Enjoy your time outdoors Friday and Saturday while you can, because as we go into Sunday, we're going to be seeing the potential of some more rainfall coming on through, and by this time next week, we could be looking at a lot more rainfall coming on through. Flash flooding does not appear to be a major threat for now, but that could change. Looks to be a fairly widespread possibility of rainfall over several days. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Plus, more information about Skywarn meetings to where you can train with the National Weather Service to spot severe weather and get that information back to the National Weather Service so that information can be passed along to the public or through media officials like us, and we'll talk more about that in just a little while. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. This is our video weather blog, Weather Overtime, your opportunity to learn a little bit more about what's going on with the weather in the Tennessee River Valley. We'll keep you updated on what's going on air, but this is our opportunity to give you more ideas as to what's going on online and kind of chat about things for a little bit. High temperatures tomorrow, not bad, but we'll be seeing some cooler numbers over the next couple of days. Highs today were not that high. Matter of fact, pretty well on the low side, decently below normal for this time of the year, just above normal for the low temperatures out there. Sorry about that, my cursor slipped. We did not have any rainfall today, and we are only about a quarter of an inch ahead for the month and the year. It's a very good possibility by this time next week we'll be seeing a very wet end to the month, so it's a good possibility that we will see the possible numbers here going upwards and going to be pretty soggy toward the end of January. A beautiful sunset view, I'm assuming sunset, possibly sunrise. Either way, it's gorgeous from Lookout Mountain, looking at Lookout Mountain from near Trenton. Thank you very much, Ned Smith, our West Shore Home weather window picture of the day. If you've got weather pictures, we'd love to see them and show them. Pictures at WDEF.com and Facebook.com/WDEF News 12. Our last storm system, which gave us the burst of cold air coming on through, now just a very weak leftover front. It's called a trough, and all it's doing for right now is just kind of shepherding some of that moisture in the form of clouds and snowfall out of the picture. Our next storm system is heading down from Canada. It's at the top portion of your screen. It's called an Alberta Clipper system. It comes out of the province of Alberta, Canada, and it moves very quickly like the ships of old. So this is going to scoot its way across southern Canada, the Great Lakes, and then out into the Atlantic. But it's going to drop this cold front closer to us, and then that cold front is going to be sticking around the area, which is going to give us the possibility of more rainfall, just not immediately. Tomorrow morning, temperatures in parts of the area with those clouds above us, even a few thousand feet up, that's enough to keep the heat of the day, even though it wasn't all that hot. The warm temperatures will stay closer to the ground. That'll keep the temperatures up. With those clouds gone, with some clearing skies setting in, we'll be seeing temperatures back in the high 20s to the lower 30s. Add a healthy southwesterly wind with that, and you've got some pretty low wind chills in the morning, so the kids are going to have to bundle up very tightly as we get into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, assuming, again, just a few clouds here and there, mostly clear skies otherwise across much of the area, and temperatures should be very close to normal for this time of the year, going back in the lower 50s. Chilly start to Saturday, but also very clear once again. Some more frost on the wind shields there, and then more clouds. The gray colors showing the possible clouds coming our way as we get into Saturday afternoon, but not seeing any rainfall for Saturday at this point. Sunday morning, very early Sunday morning, will be our next best chance of getting some rainfall in here. Tomorrow morning, looking at mainly clear skies. The clouds should be gone for the most part. Winds out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Combine that with the temperatures, and you have got some very low wind chills out there. So expecting not breezy, really windy conditions, but cold enough to get some wind chills in the teens, and then beautiful sunshine as we go into tomorrow, as we look at numbers back in the high 40s to right about 50 degrees or so, so decently comfortable. So in the morning, a little bit of extra time to get your car prepared would be a very good idea. All the windshield scraped, and remember, scrape everything across there. That whole periscope driving to where you just look out of a small hole for the driver, that's not safe. So make certain that, again, you clear off the entire windshield there. Next few days showing a nice dry spell for the midsection of the country. A little bit on the wetter side for the West Coast, but we're seeing a bit of an increase in the possibility of rainfall. The long-range forecast going into next week, the first rain comes our way early Sunday, departs on Monday, and we get just a bit of a break for maybe 12 to 18 hours. Then we see the next system set up as we go into Tuesday evening, the last portion of January, and then that rain sticks around a little bit before that front sets up around the area, and that again is going to be triggered to maybe the possibility of showers and thunderstorms. And with moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, that's going to feed all those showers out there that we see through Groundhog Day and right on in to the end of the week and the beginning of the weekend. So we've got several days of rainfall coming on through. The West Coast, the Plain States, again, not looking at a huge amount out there, but it's what we're going to be looking at. The potential of maybe at this time, and yes, again, given that this is about a week out or so, we could be seeing about maybe 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in parts of the viewing area. So flash flooding, it doesn't look like it's going to happen all at once, but it does look pretty soggy out there as we go into the rest of the forecast. For Friday, for Saturday, plenty of sunshine. I'd recommend anything outdoors to get some fresh air and shake off that cabin fever. Showers, a good indoor day for Sunday. Rain ends early Monday. Then we get that about 12 to 18 hours of cloudy skies but dry conditions. Then early Tuesday through around all the way through Groundhog Day and into Friday. Looks like showers coming on through. We don't see anything in the way of temperatures too cold for any snow or winter weather, but we also don't see any severe weather taking place either. So that's some fairly good news as we get into the next several days. So umbrella is going to come in very handy, and as we go into next week, a little bit of extra time to get to where you're going would not be a bad idea either. 2 meetings coming up from the National Weather Service. If you're in Hamilton County or a Chattanooga resident, these are the meetings for you. One will be Friday, February 10th at 6 p.m. That'll be at Hamilton County Memorial Hospital in the community rooms on DeSales Avenue, 6 p.m. Eastern, and another one scheduled for the UTC Library, Vine and Douglas, Thursday, March 2nd at 1 p.m. It is free, but you have to register for it, so go to weather.gov/MRX. And if you don't live in Chattanooga, there are other meetings coming up for Tennessee from National Weather Service Morristown, which covers southeast Tennessee in the News 12 viewing area. So Ray County, Thursday the 16th of February, Monroe County, Thursday the 23rd of February, and Marion County back across the timeline, March 21st, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. All of this information available on the National Weather Service website, or you can find it on our social media pages, as you can also find out more information if you're a teacher, a school administrator, counselor, or would like to have us come to your classroom and talk about weather. WDEF.com/weather, and then click on Weather in the Classroom for more. And of course, we'll have all of this available on our social media network, so find out more. We're on the interweb someplace. You can usually find us out there at various locations. Coming up, again, we'll have details on the weekend forecast, that update coming up with Chip Chapman very early Friday morning starting at 5 a.m. Eastern. And of course, I'll have more as we go into and around the area of Friday night to keep you updated. Word of update, Friday evening, we will not have weather at 5:30, 6, and 7. CBS is going to be doing a golf tournament show, and that could last through the 7 o'clock newscast. So the next time we will be on for Friday from the morning show will be about 10 o'clock Friday night. So more information and, again, updates on the forecast, you can easily find those available at WDEF.com/weather. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austen Onek. You have been watching our video weather blog, Weather Overtime. Stay tuned to News 12 on air and online. We'll keep you advised about what's going on with weather and your forecast in the Tennessee River Valley.